Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. So what I'm going to do is talk about the top 10 questions I get in the salon and also online about heat train hair. So I do have a good amount of women that comes in consistently every 2 weeks to get their silk press, and they will be considered heat trained because their hair is trained to be able to be altered into the silk press service. So hopefully after today's video, we'll answer all your questions and you will come to a common ground if this is something you want to do or if this is something you will decline. So let's get into today's video. All right, you guys. So before we get into today's video, I want to let you know all products will be left down in the description down below if you need to purchase any products. Also, if you're interested in booking any service, then please remember my booking link will be always left in the description down below as well. Okay, so let's get into it. The first question that I usually always get is, what exactly is heat train hair? So when I have my clients in my chair, they do ask about this service and they want to know what exactly does that mean. So to kind of give you guys the definition, the clarification of what heat train is when people talk about heat training, they're typically referring to the process of repeatedly straightening their natural hair with heat. And the tool that is used to execute this service is a flat iron. I do know back in the day, people used to use more cells, and I'm slowly seeing more cells are starting to become slightly a little popular again. Now, the reason why I prefer a flat iron over more cells is because of heat control. You are able to actually see the actual number that your plates is on when it comes to the level of heat that you are applying to your client's hair. So I prefer flat irons over more cells. When it comes to heat training your hair, I do recommend to go to a professional to do this. And this is just my recommendation. Of course, you could do whatever you choose. But I do recommend to go to a professional to do it because of multiple reasons. Number one, you have someone that is licensed and trained to be able to execute this service. Number two, if this is a common service that your professional do, then they do have the knowledge, the education, and the experience behind them to be able to execute this service, and they know what to do when they are doing it. Number three, they have all the products that you need to be able to get this service done. Now, I definitely recommend to do your research and make sure you are going to a proper hairstylist because not all hairstylists are created equally. So you want to do your research. All right. So the second question I usually get is heat training good for your hair? And this is a combination answer. So I would say yes and no. And the reason why I say this is because if the person that is doing your hair and the one that is consistently applying heat to your hair do not know what they are doing, or they're not educated on how to properly care for the hair before you even get to this point, then no, this will damage your hair and you will receive breakage. Now, the reason why I say yes is because I have seen hands down hair growth success, hair health success, and also care for the hair success with doing heat train hair. Now, this is with me doing it with my clients that I have seen great success when it comes to heat training the hair. This was done with women that is not basically married to the texture of their hair. They don't have a problem with having their texture altered. So therefore they were okay with that, because regardless of who do your texture will change. So if you are the type of person that care about that, then heat train would not be the best way to go. Right. So number three is, will it damage your hair? And this is kind of to piggyback off of question number two, but kind of expand on it. Will it damage your hair? Yes. And why I say yes is because if, once again, you have the wrong person on your head, then yes, this will be damaging to your hair. They are using a tool that is at a high temperature consistently on your hair. I don't recommend to do this more than twice out of the month. I wouldn't be applying heat to the hair once a week or a couple days through the week, or just to give it a little touch up. No, that's when you start walking down the road of damaging your hair, because you're not heat training your hair. Because what you need to do before you train your hair is properly shampoo your hair. You need to condition your hair. You need to get your ends trimmed. All of this is important when it comes to heat training the hair, because it is steps to it. You can't just go in and just flat iron your hair, and your hair is has a lot of buildup. It doesn't have it's not conditioned, it's not in its healthiest form. So that's when you lean more to damaging your hair, is from lack of education, the lack of experience, and also the lack of products. Those three things will 100% damage your hair. All right, number four, how often should you get this done? And to simply answer that question, every 2 weeks. Now, this is personally what I do, and I also suggest this to my clients. Now, if you do not have a stylist that you go to consistently and that you trust with your hair, please do not do this, what I'm about to say. But if you do have a stylist that you trust and you 100 believe that they are doing an excellent job with your hair, and you have seen healthy hair growth, you've seen your hair shine, you've seen your hair be bouncy, and you've seen life to the hair by dealing with this stylist, then maybe this is something you should consider. To remove all flat irons, curling irons, small flat irons, anything that has heat, remove them from your house. If you build a relationship with your stylist and you're going every 2 weeks for this service, you don't need to apply heat to your hair anymore, other than the time you are in your stylist seat. So I suggest to remove all heat tools from your home, so you're not tempted or you're not reliant on using them to touch your hair up. No, it will push you in a position of where you will consistently wrap your hair at night. Make sure your hair is good so you won't be applying unnecessary heat to the hair, because, like I said previously, it could create heat damage. All right, question number five. So we are flowing through these questions. So I hope you guys are liking the video. And if so, please remember to hit the thumbs up button, leave comments down below. If you have any more questions outside of the ones I answered about heat train here, then leave your comments down below. I would love to conversate back with you guys. And don't forget to subscribe. But okay, so question number five, can your hair grow? Yes. Yes. My clients have definitely received healthy hair growth with heat training their hair. They have built a healthy relationship with the salon. So by coming to the salon consistently every 2 weeks, their hair is in great hands. Also, their hair is taken care of properly. So of course, before I go into shampooing my client's hair, I always make sure I check the scalp. The number one thing is to always pay attention to your scalp, because your scalp is where your hair grows from. So if your scalp is unhealthy, if your scalp is damaged, if your scalp is flaky, if your scalp is over oily, anything like that, when it comes to your scalp, it will create problems for your hair growth. So you need to make sure you have someone examine your scalp every time you come into the salon. So that's exactly what I do with my clients. I make sure I look at their scalp to see what is necessary. Then I go to fill in their hair to see, is their hair weak, is their hair brittle, is their hair dry. Those are the things you want to pay attention to when it comes to the hair. And then also you want to feel the ends. Is the ends damaged? Is the ends shedding, breaking? Is the ends split? These are the things you want to pay attention to, the ends as well. So getting this done every 2 weeks, they do have a professional over their hair, examine their hair, examine their scalp, and making sure their hair is on a healthy road of success to have healthy hair growth. So to simply answer that question, if you are going to the right person, then absolutely you will receive healthy hair growth. All right, question number 6. Do your silk press last longer? Yes. So, what I always tell my clients is when it comes to heat training your hair, your silk press does last longer because your hair is trained to stay in that style. Now, to care for your silk press outside of the salon, you want to make sure you wrap your hair at night with a silk or satin scarf. When you are taking your shower, please remember to keep your silk and satin scarf on, and make sure you apply a shower cap on top of there to reduce the steam and also the heat from the shower reverting your hair back. Number 3, when you are exercising, make sure you put your hair in a high ponytail and also put a sweatband on as well. If you want to keep your hair wrapped, then you can keep your hair wrapped in the silk and its satin scarf. And remember, any products that you use in your hair, make sure your products is not heavy water based. Those products will revert your hair back. So therefore, if you are doing these things every single time, then you could come back on in your second week and you could get your second silk press for the month. All right, question number 8. Should you do this at home? And I kind of leave this question up to you guys. Leave the comments down below. Do you think you should do this at home? And if you're asking for my professional opinion, then I'm going to always lean towards no. I think you should go to a professional to get this service done. And the reason why is because I think about how things like this can go so wrong with the lack of education, the lack of knowledge, the lack of experience when it comes to doing something like this at your house. But if you are okay with taking that risk and you feel like you have seen great success with doing your own hair and you only want to be the only one doing your own hair, then I definitely recommend do it. Do it yourself at home. Do not go with my professional opinion, because it's definitely your hair, so you can do exactly what you want to do. But if you're asking my opinion, I definitely would say go to a professional. I think a lot of people kind of play down the very importance of a stylist that have taken the time to go through schooling, because the education that that person have is priceless. It's exactly like telling you to do any service that you would go to a doctor tell you to do it at home, right? Because we do go through a lot of time dealing with science of the hair, skin, and nails when we are in hair school. We also are trained on how to utilize, well, I was trained when I attended hair school on how to utilize products, how to utilize tools, how to clean products, and so much and so on. I learned so much when it came to the health of the hair, how to care for the hair, and how to care for the client when it comes to doing hair. All right, where are we? Question number 9. Do you use any chemicals for this service? No. Chemicals is not needed to execute a silk press service. This service is chemical free. That's exactly why your hair can revert back into its natural form. And when I say natural form, I mean back into its curly state. So, this is one way that you can take advantage of having your hair straight and seeing it in its straight form, but also having the freedom and the luxury to go back to your curly state of your hair with no issues. Chemical should not be used to do this service. All right, question number 10. Do you recommend heat training your hair? And the answer is yes and no. So, the reason why I say no is because if you are someone that cares about your hair curl pattern and you don't want to alter your hair curl pattern, then no, do not heat train your hair. If you are someone that don't care about that, and you really want to wear your hair straight, but you don't want to utilize chemicals, then heat training your hair is a great addition to be chemical free, but also be able to alter your hair in a straight form easier and quicker. So that's why I say yes or no. But overall, it's your decision. If your hair is healthy, and everything is fine, and you also went to a professional to get your hair seen and looked at, and do what you choose. Your hair is your way to be liberated, to be free, and to do what the hell you want to do. So that's my opinion. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you like this video, then please hit the thumbs up button. Comment down below. Are you thinking about heat training your hair, or you like, it's a no for me? Or if you have any other questions about heat train, then also comment down below. I would love to talk to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And remember to drink your water for healthy hair, skin, and nails. And talk to you later. Bye.